Hello, good people of YouTube. WolfSpirit99 here, and yes, I'm doing the intro like Sea Lord Mountbatten. That would be a nice little way to change up my usual method. But that's not why we're here today. Now, we're here to discuss the changes made to carriers in World of Warships. It's no secret, a lot of people do not like carriers, even outright hating them. And while I'm not one of them, I can get where they're coming from. Sometimes carriers can be a little bit busted. So after people complained for years and years since the carrier rework, Wargaming has finally had it and are making some critical changes to how carriers work. And today, we are going to break it down. Shortly after planes leave the carrier, they will be in traveling mode, much like how they do now. However, they are unable to spot ships in the sky, which means that one of the carrier's most useful roles in early reconnaissance is spotting stray ships behind the battle lines is now obsolete. The planes cannot be attacked by the AA defenses of enemy ships while in high altitude, as they will now be called, but they can still be spotted by enemy ships. Also, the planes cannot attack in any way while in high altitude, but they also don't lose their boosts when traveling, meaning that planes can cover ground, or ocean, much more quickly. Planes will now have a consumable called Active Reconnaissance, which will alert the squadron if they are in range of enemy AA, and will also notify them if they have selected the priority sector. However, this is not spot for the team on minimap, nor on their normal line of sight, and furthermore, this does not work if the enemy has disabled their AA. Much like it is currently, to begin an attack run, carriers must click the mouse. What a shocker. When the attack run begins, planes can now spot enemy ships, but become susceptible to AA attack. This may seem very bad, as you could dive on unsuspecting ships, only to find yourself within range of a War Sister or Holland or some other deadly ship. But, during the first few seconds of the plane attack, you will take greatly reduced damage from AA, so your planes won't fall from the sky where they stand. Also during this period, the boost will be used as normal. The time to prepare the attack has now been increased, as some planes can attack very quickly, so there won't be any hit-and-run tactics going on. During the build-up before attacking, planes will not lose maneuverability like they do now, but they will once they're ready to fire. Attack runs will only consist of one attack squadron and not the entire flight. This won't mean anything to players familiar with the Soviet carriers, but for other nations, it means that the rest of the attack squadron will not be attacked, only the current squad attacking. And this also means that planes destroyed in the attack run will not be replaced. Normally this wouldn't happen since there are other planes in the squad unless you're down to your last planes. And if the entire group is destroyed, the attack is aborted, just like if the last of your planes were shot down. But enough about the planes, we have other areas to talk about. While you are not controlling a flight group, you'll manually control the secondary guns on your carrier. If your carrier has mixed armament, then you will have total control over the larger guns. The guns will become automatic again when you are controlling a squad as usual. Defensive AA is being reworked as well. It will be renamed Barrage Fire, which in my opinion sounds cooler. But this will even enable them to attack planes in high altitude, so don't let your guard down. However, this also causes them to be spotted, so choose when to use it wisely. Priority Sector will be renamed Concealment Sector, which will mostly remain the same, but using it will cause enemy planes within range to be unable to spot, and also negate the damage reduction bonus at the beginning of an attack run, but this only happens when they enter it while it's active. I repeat, if it is activated while they are already within range, the effects will not activate. Have you wanted combat instructions for every ship? Well, now we're getting something similar, the passive AA increase. The way it works is very similar to combat instructions. A meter will charge up while your AA guns are engaging planes, but unlike combat instructions, progress on this meter will not be depleted after some time. Once progress reaches 100%, the effect will activate automatically, which will grant increased AA damage, increased damage done from Concealment Sector, or Priority Sector as we know it, and a reduction to the Concealment Sector cooldown. The progress will not reset if you disable your AA and will last for several minutes. As of right now, its automatic activation is due to the long time it's active for, but we could potentially see the change in the future. And as of now, that's all the changes that will be implemented in Update 13.4 regarding carrier gameplay. It will take some time getting used to, and it'll change how entire games turn out. That's a personal note, I'm not for these changes, but I'm not entirely against them either. It's a bit of a risk Wargaming is taking, and only time will tell if this was one of their better updates. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share with your friends so I can make more of these videos.